Mr. Sinha, I'm just wondering that doesn't Prime Minister Modi realize the integrity of his own post? Doesn't he realize the dignity of the country? Because if he has not spoken at all, while Donald Trump continues to extract, maximum things out of him, and we keep on giving concessions to the US, is it in national interest? And do we
It,
say that Modi has stood up for the national interest then?
no, he has not. He has not stood up for national interest. And he is giving one concession after another. You are aware of the fact that when the budget was presented, the finance minister announced a number of tariff reductions on imports from the US. This was to please President Donald Trump. Then, when Mr. Modi went there, he made concessions. Then, after that, we are making concessions. We have reduced the import duty on electric vehicles to help Tesla of Elon Musk to sell their cars in India from something like 120% to 15%. Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? The people of this country have a right to ask and get answer to these questions. So that is why I am seriously of the view that there is something in this whole game which we are not able to understand, we are not able to find out, and this could only be some weakness of the Prime Minister, nothing else, because India does not have weaknesses.
Right. But Mr. Sinha, another claim which was made by Donald Trump was about the $21 million. Now, there are two aspects to it. Whether that $21 million was paid to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And second aspect, of course, is that money was given for the voter turnout, for increasing the voter turnout in India. And this claim was made by Donald Trump on Saturday, and today it's Wednesday. More than almost like 4 days have passed. We haven't heard from the Prime Minister, or for that matter, even from the External Affairs Minister or anybody from the BJP. Why do you think that this entire ecosystem is completely gone silent?
Please recall the fact that when it was mentioned for the first time by Donald Trump that they had given $21 million to India for voter turnout. Then the BJP started attacking the Congress party. They were very loud in their criticism until Trump came up with a statement and said that this 21 million was given to my friend Modi. After that, BJP is quiet. Prime Minister is quiet. And nobody is saying how and when this money came to India, $21 million, and for what purpose. Let me tell you that every single dollar or rupee which comes into India from foreign countries through normal channels, not Hawala channels, is accounted for. Nothing can come without the sanction of the Reserve Bank, without following the route of the Reserve Bank. So it will take exactly 5 minutes to find out whether this 21 million came and where it went. You don't have to know rocket science in order to find it out.
No, but
Tell
even
Reserve
RBI,
Bank.
Mr. Sinha, even RBI is silent, and we've not heard from them at all.
Yeah. RBI is silent. Now BJP is silent. Prime Minister is silent. Nobody is saying anything. And I think it's a duty of the opposition parties and the people of this country to demand from the Prime Minister to come clean and say what happened. Did he receive the money? Did India get the money or did not receive the money? The then election commissioner is on record to say that the money didn't come to the election commission. If it was voter turnout, then why didn't it come to the election commission? So this whole thing is a huge mystery. And in our democratic country, we all have the right to know what exactly is the truth.
But Mr. Sinha, forget about the answers. But coincidentally, Shakti Kanta Das, who's the former RBI governor, he was appointed as secretary number two to the Prime Minister's office. And whether it's a coincidence, whether it was a planned appointment, we do not know. But it does raise many questions as to why an RBI governor has been appointed at the PMO. Was it to defend Modi on this Donald Trump thunderstorm, so to say?
I don't know. I was quite surprised when Shaktikanta Dasa was appointed uh, s- s- Principal Secretary number two in the Prime Minister's office. He has been Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Before that, he was Secretary in the Ministry of Finance. He has held very important posts. And the governor's post, the post of Governor of the Reserve Bank of India is higher than that of Secretary to Government of India. So, in a way, it is a demotion for Shaktikanta Dasa that he has been governor of the RBI and he's accepting a post, and that to principal secretary to PM number two, not even number one, number two. So he has downgraded himself in accepting this post, and there is obviously much more than meets the eye in
No,
this.
but it's beyond comprehension that why Prime Minister Modi doesn't understand the dignity related to any post, whether it is the RBI governor or, for that matter, Ramnath Kovind, who was a former president of India. He has been appointed as the head of the One Nation, One Election Committee. Uh, uh, what is really happening with the current government, where they don't understand the sanctity and the dignity which is associated with any kind of post?
Look, we have seen Mr. Modi's style of functioning when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat. We have seen over the last 10 years how he has functioned as Prime Minister. He is his own man and he doesn't care about niceties. He does exactly what he wants to do, riding roughshod on norms and precedents and conventions. He doesn't care about them. And there are numerous examples of how these have been, thrown out the window, and and the prime minister found no use for them. So breaking conventions is has become second nature to him. The
No, but
problem is
he might break
that
conventions, but what about the people who are accepting the post? Because
this is the
ultimately,
problem. That's exactly what I was saying. That there are people who are prepared to put up with it. There are people who are prepared to demean themselves in order to, accept things like the Reserve Bank governor did.
but are we really going to get some convincing answers as far as why Modi surrendered before Donald Trump? Why and how that $21 million was given to Prime Minister Modi? Are we really going to get some convincing answers, Mr. Sinha?
It depends on all of us. It depends on the opposition parties. It depends on the people of this country. It depends on the media. I am saying it with a great deal of regret that the media in this country, mainstream media, has forgotten to ask questions. They ask questions of the opposition. They don't ask questions of the government of the day, you know. And isn't this a matter which should be, about which there should have been such an uproar in this country? That is the president of the United States of America, the most powerful country in the world, who is saying $21 million went to his friend Narendra Modi, and nothing is happening. Nobody is coming out with any explanation, not even a contradiction. I mean, how long will a contradiction take? 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, the government of India, the prime minister, his party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, could have issued a statement saying this is not correct. Why have they done it all these days? Most
True.
surprising.
And my last question to you, Mr. Sinha, is that what kind of a danger is it if you have the president of the most powerful country in the world trying to intimidate, and I'm going to use that word intimidate, Prime Minister Narendra Modi? What kind of a danger is it for India on the diplomatic front, on the political front, on the strategic front?
It's a very big danger. You know, as an Indian, I'm extremely worried at this silence. I'm extremely worried at this allegation. And as we were discussing, if we were to just submit before it, surrender to this blackmail, then it does not augur well for the future of this country.
And you think that Prime Minister Modi has is almost like a blunder which he has done by not speaking at all on this?
He has, he has, and he thinks that because the Godi media, mainstream Godi media, will not raise it, and they will be raising all kinds of irrelevant issues against the opposition, he'll be able to get away with this. But this is a very serious matter, and I don't think it will be possible for him to ignore it, for the people to ignore it, and for it to remain under the carpet for any length of time.
Thank you, Mr. Sinha. It's always a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.